When you hear that a cure is no longer an option, what comes next? It's a question nobody wants to face, but today we're going to explore a really important answer to that question: hospice care. And to truly understand its compassionate approach, we're going to follow a hypothetical story to see how this philosophy provides support when people need it most. That quote, it really hits home, doesn't it? It captures the core challenge. When someone is facing a terminal illness, the weight of it all, the emotional, the physical, even the financial stuff, it can feel absolutely overwhelming. And it's exactly that burden that hospice care is designed to lighten, not just for the patient, but for their entire family. So, to make this all feel a bit more real, let's imagine a family standing at a very difficult crossroads. We're going to walk through the hypothetical story of an 85-year-old woman just to see how the principles of hospice might actually play out. Okay, so in our story, our patient is an 85-year-old woman, and she is facing some really significant challenges. She has this profound weakness throughout her body, she's really struggling to eat, and she is in constant, severe pain. It's just a state of daily suffering. So, the doctors run a CT scan, and the diagnosis is just devastating. It's cancer that is spread to her lungs, and it's also creating masses that are pressing on her bladder. Medically speaking, the hard truth is that there's almost no chance of recovery. And that means the focus, it has to shift. And right here, this is the turning point. Her children, seeing that the aggressive hospital treatments are just becoming too much of a burden, they make the decision to bring her home. And it's in this really crucial moment that their physician brings up a totally different path: the hospice care unit. This, of course, brings up a huge question, one you might be asking right now. What exactly is hospice care? I mean, how is it any different from the aggressive treatments she was getting before? All right, let's break it down. At its very heart, hospice is built on a philosophy. It's all centered around two incredibly powerful ideas: comfort and dignity. We're not just talking about a different kind of treatment here. This is a fundamental shift in the entire goal of medical care. So, hospice care is a special type of what's called palliative care, and that's a key word. It means the goal is no longer about curing the disease. Instead, the mission is to aggressively manage the symptoms and the suffering that the disease is causing. It's all about maximizing comfort and peace when a cure just isn't on the table anymore. Let's put these two ideas side by side. With traditional curative treatment, the goal is pretty clear: cure the disease. The focus is on fighting the illness, usually in a hospital setting. But with hospice care, the goal is completely different: provide comfort. The focus shifts away from fighting and toward improving quality of life, often right in the comfort of your own home, surrounded by family. And this is so crucial. This isn't giving up. It is changing the goal entirely. Now, this kind of holistic care, well, it's not something one person can do alone. It takes a whole dedicated team, an interdisciplinary group that works together to care for the whole person, not just their physical symptoms. So let's see what this team looks like. Think of it as building this amazing circle of support. Right at the very center, the core, is the patient and their family. They are what this is all about. Then, that first ring of support is the medical team, the doctors and the nurses. The next layer out is the holistic team. This is where you find social workers, therapists, dietitians. They're tackling all the emotional and practical needs. And finally, that outer ring provides this incredible community and spiritual support with pastoral care coordinators and dedicated volunteers. It's a truly comprehensive network. Okay, so we've seen the who, the team. But what do they actually do? Let's take a look at how this whole philosophy gets translated into real, tangible actions and services that directly help the patient and their family every single day. The support they give is both medical and, well, practical. The team makes home visits to provide expert pain control and symptom management. But just as important, they support the whole family. We're talking counseling for patients and their caregivers. They provide training so at-home caregivers feel confident. They'll even coordinate volunteers to help with errands and connect families with other hospice caregivers. It's really about relieving burdens in any way they can. And this is a really vital point to understand. While, yeah, a family member or a friend often steps up to be that primary caregiver at home, they're never, ever alone. They essentially become a partner with the hospice team, following a detailed care plan, and they have continuous access to that entire circle of support we just talked about. Which brings us right back to this final, powerful idea. This is the ultimate goal. Every service, every team member, every single action is all designed to do one thing:
provide compassionate care for the whole person. It's a philosophy that, when you're facing life's most difficult chapter, affirms personal dignity and just strives to make whatever time is left a period of true quality of life.